Hops aren't just for beer. They also have medicinal benefits too. They're a natural sedative. They can help with stress, anxiety, and sleep disorders. It can help with heart health. It can help with lowering blood sugar. And it also is really good for menopause symptoms because of its estrogen like effects. Come on over and learn some more with me. Hey everybody, how you doing? So let's get right into my disclaimer. I am an herbalist. I am not a doctor. And do your own research. Hugely important. You can't do anything without researching it first. I mean, nobody has the knowledge. Like, it's not ingrained in us. I guess maybe it used to be. I don't know. But the point is that research is extremely imperative to fully understanding what you're doing in any aspect of life. But then there's also your health is at risk if you don't. Bottom line. Anyway, hey everybody. I have my notes over here on the screen. I read from them often because it keeps me from having my scroll moments. So I can keep this contained for you. I mean, that's all I got. And I didn't put my microphone over here, so that was not as loud as this is now. Whew. So hops are the seed cones of a perennial herbaceous plant that is scientifically known as Humulus lupulus. Yeah, I had to listen to the pronunciation. Technically, the flower of this plant is cultivated around the world for their seed cones, wide varieties of which are used in brewing beer. More than 1,000 years, it's been the key ingredient for the popular alcoholic beverage. Sorry, I wanted to go somewhere else with that, and I decided not to. Anyway, the cultivation has continued to evolve, particularly in recent years, as beer brewing has undergone a veritable renaissance in some parts of the world. Not only do these flowers act as stabilizing agents in the beer, but they also provide distinct flavor and some antibacterial and antioxidant protection during production. So of the actual beer, not us. While hops are found in almost all beers, they are not considered one of the essential ingredients. So, like the yeast, the water, malted barley, all those things, those are more imperative to making beer, where hops is just a preservative and like a stabilizer. So, they're almost always included. The inclusion of malt gives a sweetness to the beer, whereas the seed cones can add bitterness and balance the flavor in various ways. They're part of the Cannabinaceae family, along with cannabis. The plants have many varieties in native Europe, Asia, and all of the United States. There's over 250 different varieties. That's why things don't taste the same, because they use different ones. Although different in the aroma, bitterness, and flavor, each part plays a similar health benefit. So in other words, if you're going to use it medicinally, it doesn't matter which variety you're using, unless you specifically want the aromatics, the bitterness, and the flavor out of it. So there's like Cascade, Citra, Mosaic, Chinook, and Simcoe are some of the varieties of hops that you can plant, harvest, utilize medicinally. So it has a relaxing effect on the body, and it is said to relieve nervous tension, promote sleep, reduce anxiety and depression. We know beer doesn't do the last two. It actually causes anxiety and depression in a lot of people, but it still will help you relieve that nervous tension because you probably won't feel much. And it'll promote sleep because, yeah, you'll be passed out. Okay, so off with the beer, on with the medicinal side. I just had to make that funny. I thought it was funny. You don't have to think it's funny. It's okay. As a tincture, hops is commonly used to reduce menopausal symptoms and encourage weight loss. So, okay, so it might. We're going to get to it. Modern research shows that hops have sedative. I can't pronounce that word. I know what it means, but I can't pronounce the word. Anxiolytic, and estrogen. Estrogenetic. That's not how you pronounce it. Effects. Sorry, it's sometimes embarrassing, but whatever. It's thought that these benefits are due to the lupulin, an aromatic resin present in hops. It's a well-researched plant. They've been doing it for thousands of years. It's been scientifically tested and confirmed to be effective. So they know what they're talking about. This is not, it may or may not. It will, but it just depends on your body. Like if your body handles it, if your body needs it, if your constitution can float with it. There's a lot to herbs. I'm only giving you medicinal benefits and how to use it and such like that. I would like to get into more of the background when it comes to how it functions in bodies. There's a lot. There's a lot. I there's a lot that I can't even really share because um one, I don't shut down. Number two, I don't think you guys care that much. If you do, tell me, please. Please. And number three, um, I want to monetize this first. Okay, thanks. So, nutritionally speaking, hops don't have a ton of nutrients, but they do have notable levels of B6, vitamin C, vitamin E, antioxidant flavonoids, and then there's this unique compound called xanthomyl. We're going to go with it. Pretty sure that's how I remember it being pronounced. The health benefits of hops include relaxing muscles, boosting cognitive health, easing cardiovascular disease, and protecting skin health. There's a ton. Rapid fire? Ready. Relieve symptoms of insomnia, treat arthritis and fibromyalgia, ease the transitional hormone changes of menopause, aid in weight loss, soothe toothaches, reduce pain in sore joints and muscles, minimize the severity of menstrual cramps and other symptoms such as mood swings, manage diabetic symptoms, treat ulcers, help calm anxiety, relax the muscles and prevent tension headaches, increase blood flow and boost cognitive function, prevent hair loss and dryness of the scalp, which can lead to dandruff, and boost skin health by eliminating inflammation. So those are like the big ones. We're gonna go over some of them. Those bioactive compounds are like the lupulin, which is the I'm going to write it over here. Oh, goodness. It's got flavonoids, resins, tannins, essential oils. There's a lot of other compounds that we need in our bodies as well that this does provide. Hops, it has extensive medicinal actions, okay? Alterative, anodyne, anthelmintic, anti-inflammatory, antihistamine, antimicrobial, antiseptic, antinoplastic, which means it shows potential in inhibiting abnormal cell growth, antispasmodic, and aperient. Okay. Astringent, it's a cholagogue. It is digestive and stomatic, expectorant, slightly diaphoretic, slightly depressant, nervine, sedative, diuretic. Did I say that already? I feel like I did, but I didn't. Febrifuge, feeble hypnotic, phytoestrogenic. I think I said it right that time. Anti-aphrodisiac and an aphrodisiac for women. So an anaphrodisiac for men. It will reduce the sexual desire in men, but it enhances the libido in the women. Watch out. And a bitter tonic. It's got vitamins, all the B complex, B1, which is thiamine, B2, which is riboflavin, B3, which is niacin, B6, which is pyridoxine. It supports energy, metabolism, nervous system health, and cellular function. It's got minerals like magnesium, zinc, copper, manganese, iron, sodium, and trace elements like iodine, lead, fluorine, and chlorine, supporting thyroid function, metabolic health, and detoxification. That's a lot. I'm not even going into detail. But I said I was going to rapid fire all that. So I did. We're going to get into a little bit of more of that in our talk. Cool. So we want to talk about how it improves sleep. I like that. I really like the idea of that. I need something. Oh, I'm going to add that to my sleep tonic idea. I'll write that down. I'll write it down. Hold on. Gotta get a piece of paper. Hops in sleep tonic. Yeah. Okay. So research shows that hops may naturally improve our sleep quality, especially when consumed as an herbal tea. It's going to be very, very bitter. And each one varies in its bitterness. So do your research. Getting adequate amounts of deep sleep is the key to mental and physical health. I feel been a better person since I started sleeping more regularly. I do not, I know that like my cognitive function is definitely better since I've started sleeping better. So it really has a lot to do with a lot. In a study involving non-alcoholic beer, hops content was found to improve sleep quality in 17 healthy female nurses. Along with the sedative effects, the hops were also found to decrease anxiety levels. In another study involving 120 individuals, researchers discovered that the herbal compound containing hops, jojoba, and valerian helped to improve sleep quality. I need to look what that is. I don't know what that herb is. Plant, something, I'll find out. There's a link. I will make sure that it is included. So after administration, the time spent asleep increased, while sleep onset and nocturnal awakenings decreased. Yeah, that's huge. The compound also reduced irritability and fatigue. In another trial, using an herbal compound, 184 participants with mild insomnia were administered hops and valerian tablets for 28 days. Remember, you should never involve yourself in a continual herbal intake. Give your body a break. There are people who will disagree with me, and that's okay. But per my experience and watching experience and through my research, 12 weeks on, 12 weeks off, 6 weeks on, 6 weeks off, 24 weeks on, 24 weeks off. Just give your body a break. I mean, I guess there's a chance that your body doesn't produce it on its own, and therefore it does not hurt you to be able to. Nothing's finite. Nothing's finite. It's just the way it is. Okay? So, let's see, we were at results showed an overall improvement in sweet sleep quality and no recurring symptoms after tablets were discontinued, which means, like we all hope and we all assume, that these things are plants, and herbal medicine is designed to get to the root of the problem. And that root problem is supposed to, by our own bodily functions and how we're created and made, is supposed to just automatically fix itself. And that's assuming you're eating healthy, you're exercising, you're stimulating your brain. It's assuming you're not eating junk food. It's assuming you're not eating any fast food. Because once we introduce toxins into our bodies, which is, it's pretty much impossible not to, but the point still remains. If once you introduce toxins into your body starts losing its ability to fight its own battles. I have a lot more to say on that. Okay. A variety of animal studies have shown that hops and their active constituents have a relaxing effect on the body and will improve sleep quality. The studies also showed that hops decreases the time it takes to fall asleep and increases the total time spent asleep. Nightmare awakenings were also reduced. Boom. I used to have nightmares. They went away. We're going to go into how we can help, menopausal discomfort. Because I know every single woman in my age group, at least, older, obviously, really, really struggles with this because there's no real good answer because it just depends on your body, what your body needs, what you input, what you output. If you sit down with me and have a legit informational session about yourself, I probably could help. If I had more discipline, I could help myself. I don't really have too many issues. I do actually take some things that regulate everything. I feel good. Maybe I'm just too young. I doubt that very seriously, though. It's not real. Anyway, so reduces menopausal discomfort. Hops may help reduce menopausal symptoms. This may be in part due to the estrogen-like compounds present in hops. In a clinical trial involving 67 menopausal women, researchers found that hops extract reduced the number of hot flashes in a 6-week timeline. It should be noted that hops extract was enriched with 8-PN. 8, I'm going to put the word up here. It's a phytoestrogen compound that is found in hops. So that is specific. So they did a hops extract and added the phytoestrogen compound that's already found into it, and they kind of doubled it. They enriched it. In a similar study, a standardized hops extract, which was also enriched with the 8-PN, was shown to reduce hot flashes and night sweats in 36 menopausal women over 16 weeks. Although menopausal symptoms were reduced, researchers noted I need a drink, hang on, that the 8-PN enhancement of the hops extract may lead to variability due to the differences in women's metabolisms. Boy, does that make sense. See, there's the other thing. A lot of this stuff has to do with your metabolism too. Has to do with how you ingest it. Has to do with how you prepare it. There's a lot. Another study involving 120 women with early menopausal symptoms mentions that hops tablets reduced symptoms after 12 weeks of administration. Symptoms included anxiety, depression, hot flashes, and loss of interest in sex. So, hops for women. So it also says because of this, it encourages weight loss. I mean, yes, because if your stress is lower, if you're ingesting nutrients and not eating junk food, guess what? You're going to lose weight. It's just the way it is. There are always the other part of the game. There's always going to be something. I do not know what's bothering the back of my throat. So it says it encourages weight loss. All right, we'll talk about it. Maintaining a healthy weight is key to optimal health and longevity. Excess body weight significantly increases the risk of numerous diseases and clinical disorders, including all-cause mortality, heart diseases, type 2 diabetes, mellitus. There's hypertension and tons of others, of course. A group study using matured hop extract, which is just aged hops infused in water. I'm going to look into that. A healthy overweight the study was in healthy overweight humans, showed that continual ingestion for 12 weeks reduced overall body fat. There was a significant decrease in BMI with an emphasis on fat loss from abdominal visceral fat. Researchers believe that matured hop extract may be responsible for preventing fat absorption, which leads to fat storage, and for controlling appetite. These are studies. So in a recent study, administration of a bitter hop-based appetite suppressant was shown to regulate appetite and suppress hunger in a group of 30 men who were fasting for 24 hours. Those given the hops-based appetite suppressant experienced a statistically significant reduction in hunger, like more than 10%. Both the high dose, which was 250 milligrams, and a low dose, which was 100 milligrams of the suppressant, exhibited these results. A lab-based study found that an active constituent in hops, xanthocumol, can break down fat molecules. This process encourages the body to use fat for energy instead of carbohydrates, therefore stimulating fat loss. Various animal studies have demonstrated that the xanthocumol's anti-obesity effect. These effects were demonstrated by inhibiting fat absorption and regulating fat metabolism. Okay. I mean, that's more proof of a weight loss potential than I've ever actually seen in anything that claims to help with weight loss. Okay? So, um, it can help with anxiety and depression. They're known to support mental health, such as like anxiety and depression, but both of them affect mood and behavior and are classified as mental health disorders. Okay. Yeah, we knew that. In a study with healthy young adults experiencing mild anxiety, depression, and stress, administration of a hops dry extract Okay. Reduced symptoms after a 4-week period. Researchers saw significant decreases in depression and anxiety scores of all the participants taking the hops. The researchers noted that although morning cortisol levels were measured throughout the study, no significant changes were made. Cortisol levels are a marker of stress in our body. And that's what we aim to lower. An animal study using the matured hops bitter acids in pellet form found that administration reduces depression-like behaviors in mice. Research suggests this may be due to the MBHA's effect, which is the mature hop bitter acids, on neurotransmitters in the brain and inflammation. Both Germany and the US use hops for their anxiolytic properties. Basically helps you not be anxious. That's all that means. It's like a scientific word, ones that I can't pronounce all the time. The British Herbal Compendium shares that hops is also spasmolytic and it reduces anxiety symptoms. Okay, great. Providing pain relief. Oh my goodness. Are we all missing like a beat here? Because I don't know anybody who takes hops. I've never even heard it really talked about at length because a lot of these things you learn about by way of other people talking about them, like kind of like this. And then other ways you're actually researching themselves, reading the books. And then other way I just haven't ever heard anybody talk about hops. So yay, we're here for it. Pain relief. Research shows that hops may help pain relief. Pain is a significant issue and is considered a global health problem. In a study involving 17 adults, I didn't write every single bit of this. Some is a cut and paste. That's why all the references are in the description below. In a study involving 17 adults with chronic joint pain, an active constituent tetrahydroisoA acids was specifically isolated from the Humulus lupulus, was able to reduce pain after 12 weeks. Some participants reported relief as early as 2 weeks after the study began. 13 of the 17 participants were taking additional analgesics, traditional OTC pain relievers, at the start of the study, while only 4 were taking them at the 12-week mark. Okay. An animal study using hops extract demonstrated that it delayed the onset of the body's pain response. This outcome happened when mice were given 100 milligrams of the extract either 30 to 60 minutes before the test, but not 120 minutes before the test. It appears that hops may have a short-term pain relieving effect. I mean, it does relieve pain when you're drunk. Just saying. Okay. Again. Another trial in mice demonstrated that hops extract is effective in targeting inflammatory pain and disorders. The extract was shown to reduce the activity of inflammatory agents. Okay, so it's short-term pain relief, but it's still pain relief nonetheless. Would I take it as a standard? No, but it would still be a really good additional benefit. So, it also helps regulate blood sugar. Kind of already talked about it a little bit, but xanthomel, the tetrahydroxanthomel, and isohumulins, said I'm right. Um, those are compounds that are believed to relieve oxidative stress associated with high blood sugar, limit carbohydrate absorption in the intestines, and influence genes involved in glucose production. Okay, I mean, why not? Nice note over there. Cardiovascular disease. It will help with that because flavonoids are beneficial to our heart health. The xanthomel, of course, is believed to have properties that can help relax blood vessels and improve blood circulation. One study conducted in rats found that the xanthomel extracted from hops reduced arterial and venous calcification. Researchers in the study believe the result suggested that the xanthomel may help reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. Cool. It also says that it could help prevent cancer. I mean, it does not directly prevent cancer. Xanthomel and the compounds display anti-cancer effects. That's a nice, easy way to put it. In a 2018 review, xanthomel was found to kill various cancer cell types in test tube studies. Xanthomel was found to be cytotoxic, meaning that it poisoned and it killed the cells, including the cancer cells. So, yes, but no, yes, but no. It was also found to trigger programmed cell death. That word. I don't know. It has antimicrobial properties, and this is one of the reasons that it is used. One of the reasons it is used in alcohol, but beer making. So, in a small study, the antibacterial efficacy of ex, hops extract was evaluated on armpit swabs, underarms. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. The extract reduced the number of bacteria and the odor level. The effects were noticed at 8 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours. An in vitro study demonstrated that antimicrobial effects of hops, the extract on foodborne bacteria, the extract significantly reduced the number of gram-positive bacteria after 2 weeks. It should be noted that the alpha and beta acids, as well as the xanthomel, were included in the study. It's antispasmodic. There's an in vitro study that demonstrated the antispasmodic effects of it, the extract on isolated rat organs. There was an overall reduction in sorry, lost my place. Overall reduction in organ contractions after injection with the extract. This effect could contribute to the hop's ability to improve sleep and promote relaxation. Also, there was an in vitro study using hops extract with additional humulone and lupulone in acne showed that the extract reduced bacterial count and reduced the inflammatory response. The extract also showed antioxidant activity by reducing the formation of reactive oxygen species, the ROS. High ROS is seen in acne. So, let's see, yeah, we're going to those are like the main uses and benefits of hops. We're going to go into some dosage. Put it over here because it's just easier to have you read along as I'm saying it because it's kind of, I learn better by hearing and seeing and doing. So if you're writing all this down while I'm saying it and you're seeing it, you have a higher possibility of remembering it on your own. So, gets it into memories. What's going on with my hair? Anyway, standard dosing for hops is as follows. Infusion tea. All right, so 1 cup of boiling water to 1 teaspoon of dried hops and allowed to infuse for 10 to 15 minutes in a covered cup. Your standard tea. In order to capture the beneficial essential oils of it, you want to put a lid on it. That is like important because the essential oils is a lot of where we're getting these compounds. And just drink 1 cup a night to support sleep. Okay. If you're going to do it in a tincture, do a 1-to-5 ratio. 1 to 4 milliliters 3 times a day. Fluid extract 1 to 1 is 0.5 to 1 milliliter 3 times a day before bed and before bed. A dry extract, which is 4 or 5 to 1, 125 milligrams 2 to 3 times a day. Powdered. Adults can take up to 400 milligrams twice a day. Adolescents can take 200 milligrams twice a day. In a tablet and capsule form, the usual dosages of hops are 500 milligrams. As an infusion, you only drink like 1 cup in the evening to aid sleep. You don't need more than that. If you're doing a tincture, you can take 20 drops of it in a glass of water 3 times daily for anxiety, or 10 drops in water up to 5 times a day for digestion. I don't know why I didn't put it in there, but it helps with digestion too. Did I skip over that? I don't think so. No, we only talked about those few things. I mean, because if it helps with weight loss, it's also going to help with digestion too, because you can't have poor digestion issues if you are losing weight. Well, I always catch myself in an if then. Always. Nothing is cut and dry. It's just the way it is. Adults, for insomnia, you're going to use a dried straw bottle. 1.5 to 2 grams. Extract combo with valerian was going to be 60 milligrams. Ooh, make this. Hops extracts are generally considered safe. The generally recognized as safe, with doses up to 300 milligrams daily for 3 months or less. Hops bitter acids may be used in like 35 milligram daily doses for the same amount of time. That's only if you're getting like you can have the ability to pull the compounds out. If you're just using making an extract, a tincture, if you're having a tea, all those things are the ones above. If you can find like an OTC, where they have extracted some of the compounds out to be able to, I personally don't prefer that. I prefer to go to those source, but that's just me. I ain't judging nobody. I ain't judging anybody. So uses: extract, usually used for like sedative properties. Okay. The tincture helps improve mood and relax the body. If you're doing it as a tea, it can be used to ease headaches and reduce pain. If you're going to have it in beer, some of the active ingredients are compromised, but the beer can still soothe anxiety. Only by incapacitating you. That's the thing. I don't like that they say that, because I live with crippling anxiety. Do you know it? No, not really, because I take some herbs for it. And beer has never been one that has actually been helpful to me in that regard. So, if anything, the only thing it only reduces the anxiety if you're basically getting drunk and you do you, but I hate getting drunk. I hate it. Wasn't too long ago it happened either. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. It was not on purpose. I don't like it. I like drinking alcohol. That's fun. It tastes delicious. And it's technically kind of a privilege for some people. But at the same time, I don't want to be intoxicated. It's not fun. So if you're taking it in tablet form, a more concentrated way of benefiting from these flowers, tablets can be up to 350 milligrams and can be recommended to be taken like twice a day. Side effects. We all want to hear about these. There's actually not many. You can be allergic to hops. But if you're allergic to hops, guess what? You're probably allergic to cannabis too. So breastfeeding and pregnant women should not have these because the effects are largely unknown. Also, don't drink while you're pregnant. Duh. Don't drink while you're lactating. Duh. But allergic reactions would be something like upset stomach, vomiting, diarrhea. You could have topical inflammation if you use tincture form on the skin. But you're going to probably know that ahead of time. Drowsiness can occur because guess what? It's a sedative. Remember to only use these products or remedies in moderation. So, safety class 1, interaction class A. It's all good. Fresh hops or fresh tinctures are most effective as active compounds like lupulin degrade over time. Long-term use, weeks to months, are safe for most, but avoid excessive doses to prevent sedation or digestive upset. So don't take too much or too long. Just give your body a break every now and then. It's important. It's just very important we do that. Guess what? That's all I have for you today about hops. I think it's pretty cool. I learned some things. It does help with digestive issues. I apologize for not including that into what I wrote. I don't know why I didn't. It helps with digestive issues, everybody. That'd be great. Do your research. You'll find out how. I can give you a lot of information. I cannot give you every bit of it. Please do your own research. It is extremely imperative. I do a lot of my own, but I also have a limited time frame that I can hold your attention. I mean, 500 people stopped after 2 seconds. So I don't know about that many. But the point is that I appreciate all of you for being here, and I want you all to be safe, and I want you to be healthy, and I want you to be happy. And hop sounds like a good option for that. So I might start incorporating. I gotta get some and incorporate that into my own regimen. At least we'll try it for 6 weeks, see and reassess if it can continue, because it would also have a drying effect. I'll tell you that much. It will have a drying effect on the body. So utilize some sort of other balancing herb that also provides the moisture to your body. If you're using it for digestive upset, add some marshmallow root. Add some slippery elm, although that one's still on the little list that people say that you shouldn't use. So marshmallow root does the same thing. Boom. You've got a nice balance there if you're using it for digestive issues. If you're using it for sleep, mix it with valerian. Valerian has a slight bit of a drying aspect to it as well. But let's see. Sleep. You could do passion flower. You could do poppy seed. There's a couple others. Poppy seed would be drying too. I'll look into it more. If you have questions, let me know and I will get to it. We'll go there. Actually, I probably, when I go to make my sleep tonic, I'll probably invite you guys along for that ride so we can talk about it together and why I'm choosing what I'm choosing. Sound good? Thank you. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you much for sticking around for the end and for supporting me. And I really do appreciate you, like greatly, big time appreciate you. We're at 137K over on Facebook group. And I would love it if you would join our society, our community, not society, it's community. I'd like it if you'd join our community so we can all learn together, ask questions, learn cool new stuff. I hope you have a wonderful day.